Welcome into DC On Screen episode 387. Today we are going to get super spoilery on Gotham 318, Heroes Rise, Light the Wick. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
Hello.
To recap, Gordon uncovers the weapon that the Court of Owls plan to use to control Gotham, or Control-Z Gotham. He tries to play along, but he just can't watch a bunch of people die. He calls Penguin in for backup, which works, but eventually Pengers ends up in lockup with Nygma. Leslie tries again to incite interest in the death of James' uncle, but after a blanket of resistance, she packs up and leaves town. Bruce's training hits new heights as his shadowy sensei reveals that Bruce is part of the court's plan to reset Gotham. Elsewhere, Selena is revived by Ivy and sets out to kill the Dopple-Bruce.
It was an alright episode.
Yeah, it was okay.
I hate to start out with such a lukewarm thing. I always do, but I feel like you should come out of the gate saying like how you feel about it sometimes. And yeah, I mean it was okay, but I laughed my ass off at "you logical bastard."
Yeah, that was good.
I had to pause and laugh.
Oh, I much prefer. While I loved "you logical bastard," this is of course from Bullock. I much more enjoyed Hugo Strange. You were under arrest for attempts to weaponize a viral. Hell, you know why.
Yeah, that's solid too. Great Donald Logue lines as always.
Yep.
And the best part about this episode really was, for me, I did finally get to the point where I liked Ivy. I finally liked the actress that's playing Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know when or if that was going to happen, but it's finally happened.
I liked her a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, there was just something that wasn't clicking for me, and it was finally like when she's when she's talking to Selena, like when she actually does the pleading of like just wake up, okay, that kind of thing. I finally got to the point where I did like her. Actually, what got me before that was like when she just hijacks a couple of hospital staff and says like, put them down wherever there's space and go back to where I found you.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. And I do like once I got over that hump of like, okay, I can deal with this actress. And I think there was just I think a little bit of it was I just really liked the child actress they had.
Mm-hmm.
She was great. I mean, I wish she was still there. I wish there was a format where we could still have her. But this is what we've done with the character now. So I think there was a little resentment on my side. But having gotten past that, I do like that they're making her a bit of comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she can pull off the lines. I think she actually can pull off the comedy.
Yeah. It is funny, though. This is the second time she's healed someone, brought them back almost from the brink of death, and they wake up and go, I gotta go kill somebody.
I didn't catch that, but that's a good point. Didn't occur to me. But you are correct.
Yeah. I am bored of the Court of Owls, and I didn't think I would say that, but they have taken something that Scott Snyder, wrote and
masterfully
created and made something really threatening, and made them boring.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it is a nice touch that Catherine was, like the test was Gordon had to sit there and watch like 200 innocents. I mean, they're probably like, the way she described them, they're probably, Kardashian-esque bastards. Mm-hmm. But still.
Well, like
even the Kardashians don't probably deserve to literally die just for being socialites,
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, they show, like, him leaving her house.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, as soon as he walks out the door, he's on the phone yelling as loud as he can, Harvey!
Yeah,
got information.
If
and she's got the door open and she's like walks out like oh man, she just heard that.
Yeah.
But then apparently she didn't.
Yeah, I know. Well, the first thing for me is like if Catherine is as smart as she's supposed to be head of the Court of Owls, the secret society thing, she should have known immediately. Like he just left and got on his flip phone. Keeps cracking me up that it's a flip phone. But like,
yeah.
As soon as he leaves, if the first thing he does is call somebody, I'm going to take a second look at this dude.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, if he actually goes and watches that many people die, I might give him that was a good test. I mean,
I thought it was.
Well, I mean, you put a Talon in there to kill him if need be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to underestimate. You got to put a couple talons in there with Gordon. Come on, it's like the most celebrated cop in Gotham's history. The man obviously has hand-to-hand skills. Like, you put one dude who's actually, it looked like a couple inches shorter than him. I'm pretty sure he had like 15 pounds on that guy. Like, oh no, he's a talon. He'll be fine.
They don't even give him a holster for his gun, just his dick.
Yeah.
That's how important this guy is.
And they underestimated his level of silver platter warfare training. Hugely underestimated that.
Yeah. So, there you go. I thought she was, giving him the test because she knew that what he had done, and then that just wasn't it. I was, oh man, really? She didn't hear that?
I thought that was it. I don't know. I in my head, I guess it was, like my head canon was, if he manages to watch all these people die, then I'll just assume he was calling like a pizza place or something. Because that is a decent test. Like, if you're really willing to be on this committee and watch that many people die, I think I'll give it a pass that I was a little suspicious you were on the phone.
Right. I don't really entirely know what the point of destroying Gotham is.
To cleanse it, blah, blah, blah.
That's some vague.
It is a little vague. That's
BS.
That's the big problem with it, I think. I mean, honestly, I think look at the course of this season, and they would just do, it would be a shortcut just to like let Jerome out of prison and send him on his way. I mean, he did more damage to Gotham in like 48 hours than they've managed to do so far.
Mm-hmm. And there's just so many problems for me with the court, because like Jim calls them and he's like, I want to see the table. She's like, maybe it is time. And I'm like, it's been a week. I've proven my loyalty. No, you haven't. You haven't proven anything. You've been weird. You've been suspicious, like haunting around.
You snuck into my house, for God's sake. Like
giant rooms, and then when you're called on it, like,
yeah.
I was supposed to write names, but nobody told me what. What?
No, I mean, she does finally get it when he doesn't manage to push the drawer all the way in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yay. And then we're gonna send Barnes, who was actually great as Barnes, but as executioner, he's hamming it up. Yep.
Actually, you say hamming it up, but as executioner, like, I know a guy at work who's, I don't know. I'll just say he's very pro-Trump. You know what? He's pretty close.
So you've met the guy that Barnes is portraying, is what you're saying.
A little bit.
Fair enough. All right.
I mean, but to be fair, even to Trump, even Trump would look at this guy and go, "Whoa, dude."
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, I think I am.
Yeah, the bright spot of the episode was three things. Here are my three highlights. Ready?
Sure.
Penguin seeing Edward in the jails.
Yeah.
Like, I just loved that silent stare and then the lunge. It was that was really tasteful. I thought it was
really good.
It was a good scene. It was they both did a good job actually in that scene. And kind of well written, that there's not a lot of dialogue there. It's just a silent, like, almost lustful for violence stare. Mm-hmm. It was really well done. And two, everything that happens with Bruce this episode, I
felt like it was a redux. I didn't really care about it.
No, I mean, I really loved the fighting scene is really what I'm talking about, I guess.
Yeah.
I love watching him get angry. I liked the sensei kind of lessons of let go of your rage, let go of your anger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fighting stuff was great, and my favorite part was he tells that he finally beats the guy and is like, "What'd you feel?" I felt nothing, and then like, "Do you want to leave?" And like Bruce decides he wants to stay and train more, and he tells that poor bastard on the floor, like, "Get up, we're not done." I was like,
right.
"Fucking that's Batman."
Yeah, like, I did the same thing. I had the same feeling as far as that goes.
Like fist pump,
Yeah, Mazeus just kills it.
Oh God, he has never done wrong in this show, man.
But as far as the writing is concerned, like I was just like, we've seen this, haven't we? A lot of it, like the needle in the head, and let's go to another place, and blah, 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 blah.
Well, but they've only done it a couple times, and for them, it's transformative. They haven't like milked that. I'll say it's just been a thing.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. I don't think we're gonna go back to it even. I really don't.
I'm feeling some finger grips on the old teat.
Feeling a little suckling, getting a little chafed. No, I think if they go back to it like one more time, it'll be. I feel like if they go back one more time, they'll have emptied the bag and then walk away, and I'll be okay. I'll be perfect with it.
Mm-hmm.
But third thing I loved about this episode, the idea that Leslie is off the show makes me happy.
You know, I don't believe she is.
I don't either. I just wanted to like trust that idea for a minute, because they have made her so useless right now.
I'm like, at the end of every season, she has to get mad and leave.
Yeah, apparently. Seriously, they've ruined that character, and I hate that because she was such a good character. She was like this strong, independent agency of character, and they just ruined it. Like, all she is now is a hate machine. Like, just not even that, a spite machine, which is worse. I
did love that Harvey line, though. You're not crazy, Lee. You're hurt.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Oh, Bullock, you know that she's right. You know that you're a liar, but that's awesome.
I thought he did a pretty good job lying. I did. I only have really one more thing, I guess. Now that I'm thinking about it, I shouldn't have started by saying I was so lukewarm. It was a pretty good episode. It just had some moments that were a little taxing. But Tetch's commentary up front, fuck that.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was just dumb. I mean, they could have written that in iambic pentameter, for God's sake, and they didn't. They just wrote it in free verse. It didn't rhyme. It didn't make sense. He wasn't a good commentator. That was useless. That was a poor decision. You guys messed up. But one of my favorite moments probably of the entire thing is just Gordon talking to Penguin in the alley there for a second. And he has like a real moment with him where he actually says, like, for your own sake, Oswald, drop it. Trust me. Just let it go. Like, there's a moment of like, you know, I know you're a weird guy and I have some issues and everything, but like there's like a bro moment where it's like, dude, we've been through a little bit together. Trust me, man. Just let this go. And then the line later about
there was a bit where when Penguin handed him his phone, I was like, oh, that'll come in handy.
Yeah,
totally did.
And it was. It did, and it was nice. Like, Pengers to the rescue. But I really liked the little bro moments there for a second, and even the last part where he says something about like I feel like I'm feeling a little bit threatened, and like with the I don't know, that earnest look that what's his name, Robin Lord Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah.
People with three names are so damn confusing. We already have bad luck with names on this show.
If you have three names and you go by those three names, you're either going to be a movie star or a serial killer.
Yeah. That's the rule.
Or a presidential assassin. Whatever.
You know, at least make one big hit with your killing.
Or a celebrity
assassin. Or a
assassin.
celebrity assassin. Fuck you, Chapman. Yeah, but Robin Lord Taylor. The way he looks at Gordon after that line about being threatened, it's still like he did a great job this episode.
I mean, he does a great job every episode.
Every now and then they have him kind of going a little too crazy, but this time they did. I thought it was perfect. Like they wrote him being subtle and let him play the scene, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like the way he looks at him and says, like, we're friends, Jim. Like, I'm asking for a favor. Like, that's all, you know, that's the sentiment there. I'm destroying the line, I'm sure. I'm paraphrasing at least, but it felt very real, man. It was a good moment.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, my favorite line of this episode came from, oddly enough, Hugo Strange.
Ah.
Isn't it enough that you hold me against my will? Must you also hover while I work?
I did laugh at that. Good job, Wong.
So there's a bit that where
By
the
the way,
shaman tells.
Quick side question: Is that a fake beard, or does he actually have to walk around looking like that for a while?
I don't know.
Because I mean, props to him as a human if he actually has to walk around with that weird neck beard thing going on for a second. I mean, even in LA, that's going to get some sneers.
Maybe.
But it is nice, like, no matter what fashion choice you make in LA, if someone calls you on it, you can be like, oh, I'm studying for a role. And everyone in the vicinity will believe you.
Like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's pencil mustache. Sorry, I'm going to be a rapist in an upcoming TV thing. I got to go.
Yeah, so when the shaman tells Bruce, I can release you from the pain of that night, and when I do, you will be unstoppable. It felt a little Cybok-y.
Yeah.
Felt a little like Cybok from Star Trek V, all the releasing you from the pain stuff. I don't know. I just didn't, I'm like, I just kept hearing Shatner go, I don't want my pain taken away. I need my pain.
I keep thinking that's where they're going.
Yeah.
Is that he's going to try to release him from his pain, and, like, Bruce is going to go back to, like, no, I should harness it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to do that independently and become kind of the master of that pain, and Alfred's going to help him instead of this weird character.
Yeah. I did like Shaman's line, Gotham needs a protector, you need a purpose.
That was good. I wrote that one down, too. That was good.
I also really like the line, you just torched their assassin. My guess is they'll be in touch.
That was solid.
Yeah. Did you see the promo?
Nope. What's going on?
I don't even know. It's a whole bunch of shots, quick shots of Bruce and the shaman, and shots of Gordon and Penguin in the cage next to Nygma, and the shaman again. Looks like they're really milking it, buddy. Sticking another needle in Bruce and going, this time I told you the truth. Ugh.
Yeah, you got to think in that magical acupuncture set, there's a change memory setting somewhere in those needles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and a whole lot of Executioner. And I'm like, sort of like, well, didn't they take down Executioner before? What? This is the thing you're going to send after Gordon? The thing that he's already taken down? He knows how to stop?
To be fair, it does look like he's gotten stronger. Like him busting out of that, the leather-bound, like, Hannibal kind of thing he was in.
No, he's just a pink Hulk. The angrier he gets.
I haven't heard the phrase pink Hulk yet, but every time I see him now, I'm going to laugh and go, oh, pink Hulk. You're like a grade D- Hulk, aren't you, buddy? You wouldn't like me when I'm peeved.
We only got one piece of feedback for this episode. It was a friend of mine, listener, Chuck-a-Butt, on Instagram, says,
wonderful name.
Damn owls.
Fair enough. I'm with you, bud.
I think that does it for this episode of Gotham. What say you?
Yep, let's turn it over.
All right, guys. You can find every episode of DC On Screen at DCOnScreen.com. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, DC On Screen. Email us at DCOnScreen@gmail.com. Or you can give us a call. We'll do the voicemail situation, 205-259-6331. We're going to be coming right back with Lucifer 216, God Johnson. Until then, guys, keep some DC on your screen.